What does $1 billion look like? In a lot of places, it's just an abstract number on a spreadsheet. But here in Dallas's Knox Street, it looks like this. A forest of cranes against the sky and the steady rhythm of construction transforming a prime patch of real estate. This is the physical result of a massive, ambitious bet on the future of Dallas. But beyond the concrete and steel, maybe the more important question is, what does $1 billion feel like? For the people who've called this neighborhood home for years, for the businesses that gave it its character, and for a city watching it all unfold, what's the real cost and the real prize of a change this big? This is a story of how a beloved Dallas neighborhood is being remade from the ground up. A story of ambition, conflict, and the relentless pursuit of luxury. This is how $1 billion is changing Knox Street forever. So before the crane showed up, before the talk of the $1 billion projects and global brands, Knox Street was already a destination. It wasn't a secret. It was a Dallas institution, but it felt like one you had to be in the know to truly appreciate. And split by 75 Expressway, the area has long had a dual personality. On one side, the more bohemian Henderson Avenue with its vintage shops and eclectic local bars. On the other side, the more polished Knox Street, which is where our story is centered. And for decades, Knox was the quiet, more understated cousin to Dallas's other luxury retail hubs. It wasn't defined by huge gestures, but by its human scale. Tree-lined sidewalks connected a charming, sometimes quirky collection of high-end home furnishing stores, designer boutiques, and intimate restaurants. It was the kind of place where you'd find Pottery Barn and Crate and Barrel, but also local independent shops that gave the street its unique flavor. The retail was upscale, but the vibe was relaxed. It was a neighborhood built for strolling, for window shopping, and for grabbing a casual dinner on a patio. And crucially, Knox Street had an ace up its sleeve, the Katy Trail. This roughly 3.5-mile urban greenbelt built on the bones of the old Missouri-Kansas-Texas Railway is Dallas's beloved outdoor playground, and it runs right along Knox Street, creating a seamless link between the urban buzz and a space for recreation. Before any development, the lifestyle was already here. Morning run on the trail followed by coffee at a local cafe. And this was the organic, walkable, and deeply authentic character that made Knox one of Dallas's most cherished neighborhoods. It wasn't just a collection of stores. It was a collection of lifestyle that had grown over the decades. By a city defined by relentless growth, a spot this perfect, this loved, and this underdeveloped was never going to stay the same. It wasn't going to be seen as a problem to be solved, but an opportunity too immense to ignore. So the transformation of Knox Street wasn't born from decay, but from a powerful combination of ambition and timing. Dallas is a city in the middle of explosive growth, pulling people and capital from all over the world. In this kind of environment, a prime, centrally located, relatively low-density neighborhood like Knox becomes one of the most valuable canvases that you can imagine. And enter the Titans. This wasn't some small-time redevelopment. A joint venture was formed, a powerhouse collective of some of the biggest names in real estate and finance. It includes the Trammell Company, a legendary Dallas-based developer, and crucially, BDT and BSD Partners, an investment firm that manages the capital of Michael Dell and his family. This is placemaking on a corporate scale, backed by what they call long-duration placemaking capital. So in other words, they weren't just looking to flip a property, they were looking to acquire a huge chunk of neighborhood and reshape it for decades to come. So starting in 2018, this partnership began on a quiet but aggressive acquisition strategy, buying up parcel after parcel. Their vision was clear and audacious, to consolidate this patchwork of properties and create something Dallas hadn't seen before. The goal wasn't just to add a few buildings, but to create what they call the most complete luxury lifestyle experience in the entire city. The official plan came together as a single massive project. 1 million square foot master planned mixed-use development on a roughly 4-acre site right in the heart of the neighborhood. The price tag would be staggering, with the main project financed by a construction loan of over $600 million as part of a total investment estimated to be around $1 billion. The developers said they wanted to preserve the authentic character of Knox Street while strategically amplifying it. They saw an unmet demand in Dallas for a truly world-class, walkable, live-work-play environment, and they're willing to bet big that they can build it right here. And the project wouldn't just be an addition to Knox Street, it would become its new center of gravity, a glittering new core that would redefine the entire neighborhood. So what exactly does 1 million square foot transformation look like on the ground? It's a meticulously planned ecosystem of concrete, glass, and greenery, designed to function as a self-contained universe of luxury. The project is a multifaceted destination with several key components, with phased openings beginning in 2025 and continuing through 2026. The anchor, and the part generating the most buzz, is the Auberge Resorts Collection hotel. Auberge is a brand synonymous with luxury, managing some of the most exclusive resorts in the world and placing their first Dallas hotel here. A huge statement. They'll have 140 rooms, suites, multiple restaurants and bars, full floor spa, outdoor pool and deck, and sweeping city views. It's designed by world-class firms like Martin Brudzinski Design Studio, promising a level of detail meant to set a new standard for hospitality in Dallas. Attached to the hotel is the Knox Residences, a collection of 48 ultra-luxury condos ranging from 2,500 to a massive 15,000 square feet. There are basically private estates in the sky, with their own exclusive amenities like a private club room, bar, and indoor pool. They cater to a clientele that demands total exclusivity, and the demand was there. The residences reportedly were nearly all sold long before completion, signaling a huge appetite for this level of luxury. And for a slightly more accessible, though very high-end option, the development includes a separate 27-story residential tower called the Lora. This building will house 186 luxury rentals. Its name was a nod to the local monk parakeets that like to hang out along the Katy Trail, a subtle reference to the site's unique location. Designed by a team that include the acclaimed architecture firm Woods Bagot, the Lora's arched facade is meant to echo the history of the old railroad line that became the trail, a bit of the architectural storytelling to connect the new with the old. But it's not all residential. A 9-story, 150,000 square foot boutique office building named 333 Knox will bring a new daytime energy to the district. Tellingly, this building was 100% pre-leased well before its completion, with anchor tenants ISN Software, joined by a major law firm and even the developers themselves, BDT and BSD. And tying it all together is over 100,000 square feet of new curated retail and dining space. And maybe most importantly, the lifestyle it promises, a brand new half-acre public park. The green space isn't an afterthought. It's a strategic centerpiece designed to be the community gathering spot, and crucially, a seamless bridge connecting the entire redevelopment to the Katy Trail. It's the physical link that formalizes the indoor-outdoor work-play lifestyle this whole project is built on. A transformation this big is never just about buildings, it's about people. And on Knox Street, the change is creating a complex mix of excitement, opportunity, anxiety, and loss. You can feel the central tension in the air. Can a neighborhood go through such a radical, upmarket shift without losing the very soul that made it special in the first place? For some, the answer is a definite yes. The change is a welcome evolution. Imagine you're a new resident of the Lora apartments. Your morning starts with a workout in a state-of-the-art fitness center, followed by direct private interest on the Katy Trail for a run. You grab an espresso from a world-class cafe without ever leaving your block. For dinner, you have reservations at Sant Ambroeus, an iconic Milanese restaurant making its Texas debut just minutes from your front door. And your life becomes a seamless, curated experience of luxury and convenience. This is the complete luxury experience the developers promised, and for those who can afford it, it's an incredibly seductive vision of modern city living. They don't just see disruption, they see the overture to a more vibrant, connected, and sophisticated lifestyle. And for every story of arrival, there's a potential story of displacement, where small, independent business owners who gave up Knox Street, its original charm, the future is a lot less certain. The arrival of a billion-dollar development inevitably brings rising property values and, with them, skyrocketing rents. While the new project promises to lease a mix of best-in-class local and national operators, the economic reality is that many smaller legacy businesses may not be able to afford the new Knox Street. The very authenticity that attracted the developers in the first place is now at risk of being priced out. You can feel the tension. The constant noise of dust, of construction spanning years, is a daily frustration for existing residents and businesses. There's a real fear among some longtime Dallasites that Knox is being transformed from a uniquely Dallas neighborhood into a generic international luxury zone, looking a lot like similar districts in Miami, London, or Dubai. With the quirky charm buffed out and replaced by a corporate sheen, will the local boutiques that have been here for 20 years be replaced by a global brand's flagship? These are questions being asked in cafes and shops that are still here. The conflict isn't just good versus evil, but a classic urban dilemma: progress versus preservation. The new development promises a glittery future, but for many, it feels like it's coming out at the cost of cherished present and beloved past. What really elevates this from just another real estate venture to a genuine neighborhood revolution is the deliberate curation of brands. The developers aren't just leasing space, they're importing cultural capital. The biggest move in the strategy is the arrival of Sant Ambroeus. This is not just another Italian restaurant. But born in Milan in 1936, Sant Ambroeus is a hospitality icon with a cult following in places like New York, Palm Beach, and Paris. Choosing Knox Street for the first ever Texas location is a massive vote of confidence, instantly putting the neighborhood on the international culinary map. When it opens its 7,800 square foot space, complete with a patio overlooking the new park, it will become an instant social hub. It doesn't just stop there. The development has announced a line of coveted lifestyle brands, including DÓEN, STAUD, and TOTEME, all opening their first standalone Texas locations here. And these aren't your typical mall brands. They're labels with a dedicated following, known for their distinct aesthetic and appeal to fashion-forward crowd. This careful selection of tenants is about creating a specific kind of ecosystem. The Auberge Hotel provides affluent, transient population, and sold-out residences provide the permanent, high-net-worth residents. And the curated retail and dining among the daily lifestyle infrastructure for this new demographic. It's a self-enforcing loop of luxury. The goal is to create a lifestyle center where residents and visitors can have a world-class experience without ever needing to leave the neighborhood. It's a fundamental shift, moving Knox Street from a place you visit for a few hours to a place where you can live completely self-contained, high-end life. This is the commercial engine driving that transformation, ensuring that the new Knox Street isn't just a place to live, but a brand to live in. And the transformation doesn't end in 2026. The evolution of Knox Street is a multi-act play, and the curtain is still rising. The same joint venture is already advancing its next planned chapter, a project called Knox McKinney, slated to break ground just 2 blocks away. Planned for delivery in 2028, Knox McKinney is a 300,000 square foot boutique office and retail landmark. This 12-story Class AA tower will add another 280,000 square feet of premier office space and 20,000 square feet of curated retail for the neighborhood. It's a move designed to solidify the district's status as a true live-work-play environment. By bringing a significant new wave of daytime professionals with major international law firm already signed as a tenant, the developers are ensuring that the streets stay vibrant and the restaurants stay full, not just on nights and weekends, but all night long. This forward-looking plan reveals the sheer scale of the long-term vision. This isn't about one project, it's about the comprehensive redevelopment of an entire urban district. What we are witnessing is the birth of a new economic and social hub for Dallas. Foot traffic data suggests that visitor counts to Knox Street were already rising steeply even before this project. With the addition of a major hotel, hundreds of new residents, and thousands of office workers, the number is set to explode. So what will Knox Street be in 2030? Will it successfully merge the old with the new and become a vibrant, multi-layered neighborhood that honors its past while embracing its future? Or will the sheer gravitational pull of all this investment transform it into a gilded, exclusive enclave, beautiful but inaccessible for many of the people who once called it home? The developers talk about preserving authenticity, but the market forces that they've unleashed are powerful and often indiscriminate. The new parks and public spaces are designed for everybody, but the question remains, who will feel like they truly belong here? The ultimate success of this mega project will be measured not in square feet or dollars, but it's in the ability to answer that very question. From a charming but quiet collection of shops to a billion-dollar global destination, the transformation of Knox Street is a microcosm of the changes sweeping through modern American cities. It's a story of ambition, capital, and the complex, often tense relationship between development and identity. The cranes will eventually come down, dust will settle, and the new version of Knox Street will be revealed. Whether will be a neighborhood that will have lost its soul or one that simply found a new or glittering one is a verdict that only time and the people of Dallas can deliver. So what do you think? If you're a Dallas local, how do you feel about these changes? If you're watching it from another city, have you seen a similar transformation happen in your own backyard? Let me know in the comments below. And for more deep dives into urban transformation shaping our world, be sure to subscribe. Thank you.